pretty much did what it took. I know in the semifinals we really, as much as these crew chiefs hate to do it, because we think how quick and how fast can we go and how much power can we apply to the track. He's just over the years he's been able to make good calls and really race the conditions. So we pulled it back, ran slow, but it's like one round we were real aggressive. The next round we were maybe a little too conservative, but I said, Diggy, just split the difference, and I know that's what he was thinking, and I think he had a very good game plan coming into today's racing. So, hey, this is a great day for us to be able to recover, especially from what happened, like I mentioned yesterday, a little over a month ago. I was laid up in the hospital, just with a burnt hand. I mean, just kind of thinking those are some tough knocks you got to take. That's what it takes to get to the top. We'll do it. Got a great team, and it's really been nonstop for them since. Of course, all the sponsors, GM and Prestone and Q Horsepower, they hang in there, very patient with us, and we feel they deserve it, and we work real hard to win for them. Safe sport, it's exciting, it's entertaining, it's pretty spectacular sometimes, but for the most part, when these cars do what they're supposed to do, like they did in that final round, that's the way it should be. These people are buying tickets. This is still one of the few sports you can have that kind of interaction in the pits. We love it, they love it. And really, to be able to deliver a good close race like that in the final, hey, a lot of respect for Gary Densham, because he threw in at us, and it could have gone either way. So we're happy to. I know Gary, and I do not take a guy like that lightly. I know some of his tricks. I hope he doesn't think I forgot, but I know that he's a tough customer, and that car was getting down the track, and I know that these conditions kind of play into his hands, just like Wilkerson. So again, it just kind of fell our way, and I've got confidence because my crew chief is setting that car up to where it can go down the track. And hey, I think it was a great day. Friday was a little disappointing. I think we were close to getting a pretty massive crowd, and you hate to see him turn around. But I think yesterday, I know from being in traffic for a couple hours trying to get out of here, what a crowd, and it looks like today was a big success. So that makes us feel good. And when I got to the semifinals, I even told Jim Head I was actually in the car just kind of trying to prepare myself for anything, and I really told myself, hey, if it ends here, I had a good day. So everything else after that was icing on the cake for me. You look at the quality of cars that are in the top 15, and you start wondering, well, God, who's going to get bumped out? It's tough. I'm not really counting on too many of these guys just folding up, and when I think in those terms, I know the importance of every race. I know the importance of every qualifying position, because it may come down to that. There's used to be 10, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, there was one or two good cars, and right now we're looking at a world-class field of a dozen to 15 cars that that have all the resources, have all the talent. So it's going to be a dogfight, and for those reasons, I know how important every race is. So like I said yesterday when we qualified, we're going to come in here, we're going to focus, try to race the track, try to be smart, be quick, all the good stuff, and I know the end result is this. So again, this is a good start for us. Just to be able to get in the top 10 is a big accomplishment for us, but we know that we have to continue this kind of performance. You can't win them all, so the name of the game this year is going to be consistency.
The satisfaction that you come back from that so strongly, so you come back here less than a month later and win.
This is the best medicine. It really is. I mean, I am no longer in pain. I couldn't say that in Phoenix because it was a little painful and a little uncomfortable. And besides that, my confidence, was a little. It wasn't 100%. And I rarely get in a car where I don't have that kind of confidence. And of all the things that we're already having to concern ourselves with, it's like, wow, I've got another variable here. But a couple of things. Mentally, I think it's a challenge, and financially, I mean, that's over $100,000 hit when a car blows up like that. But again, winning a race, this is the way to dig yourself out of a hole. And I don't think we had a lot of parts damage. And you'd be amazed at what that chemical called adrenaline will do to you. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good. Again, I just need to find my family, make sure my wife and kids are feeling the same way.
And the adrenaline doesn't cost anything.
Adrenaline's free. All you got to do is have a bad hombre in the other lane, and we had plenty of them. But yeah, I really do. I feel good, and I feel that it is a big achievement to be able to beat the competition like we did. And I think I owe it to my team. I owe it to the companies that have stood by me for all these years. I'm going into my 5th year with Hugh, and we work real hard for all of them. No. I mean, they're all important, and I you know, it's funny because you win a lot of races, and I think the day that I can get in that car that I'm not afraid and I don't have the respect and I don't have the fear of the competition like I do, it might be time to go fishing. I don't even like fishing, but it is very nerve-wracking. This sport is not very forgiving. There's not a lot of tolerance. Unlike NASCAR, NASCAR is a great sport, but boy, you miss a turn, you got another one coming up. You got 300 of them if you want. In this sport, and I think because of that, there's so much more stress, and mentally, if you allow it to, it'll bring you down. So I think the key for me is I know what to expect. I know I'm going to be a wreck. I try to really balance it, and it may take a few years on us, but hey, I'm committed. And I think that comes with the territory. It's a nerve-wracking sport, and it's an adrenaline rush in the cars, and I think that's what separates the good ones from the ones that can't handle it so good. We want to be a big part of people's lives, and in this market here, there's a lot of Latinos, a lot of people from Puerto Rico, and it's great to see that there's a lot of them standing behind our trailer, and a very diverse crowd here, and that's good that we can appeal to a lot of those minorities. Our sponsors love it. We love it. We give them some hope. We give them some excitement and entertainment. I think we give them something to look into, so they can relate to brothers. They can relate to our Hispanic heritage. So, racing. It's I'll tell you, sometimes it's about winning, but it's not all about this. I kind of that Pomona thing. It really kind of put things in place, and that's okay. Sometimes I think we all need a little reminder. So hey, I appreciate this. I would have been happy with, I'm not going to go as far as saying the second round, but semifinals would have been good for me. So all this is this is a plus.
Anything else for Tony? All right. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're doing out here. We'd be racing on an airport still. Thanks.